I'm Chef Eric Crowley and I own the Culinary Classroom. One of the reasons why I like to cut up a chicken into serving pieces is to save money. And who doesn't want to do that? I'm going to show you how to do this, and I'll also give you a form of aggression therapy. Enjoy! We're going to start off by cutting off the wings. We're going to take our chicken, hold it up by a wing. We're going to take our knife and make a cut like this to basically expose the wing joint. And also, while we're doing that, by picking up the chicken, we're letting gravity help us to pull this down and basically start to expose where the end of the wing is. Continue along that line, cut underneath that wing joint, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. Then I like to move on to the legs. I'm going to go ahead and hold the chicken up by the leg, and you can see where the skin stretches between the breast and the inner leg and the inner thigh. We're going to make a very slight cut here, very, very shallow. Don't go too deep or else you're going to cut into the meat that's underneath. And with a very shallow cut, you can start to expose the inner thigh. I'm going to take my hand and reach around and feel where the thigh bone meets up with the backbone and pop the thigh out of joint. I'm going to lay the chicken on its side, take my knife, and basically run my knife parallel to the backbone, cutting out towards the tail, and that's a leg and a thigh. Same thing on the other side. Then I like to separate these before I move on to the breast. We take the leg and the thigh, turn it skin side down, and you'll find two lines of fat. One along here, where the thigh bone is basically sticking out at the end of it. Then you have another line of fat that's perpendicular to it, right here. And this is just about where the thigh bone and the drumstick meet. I'm going to take our knife and very gently cut into that line of fat, not very deep, and very shortly you can clearly see where the thigh bone ends and the drumstick begins. Cut right in between that gap, right down to your cutting board, and it should separate easily. Last up are the breasts. Here we have the tail of the chicken, and here's the neck. We're going to stand the chicken up on its neck, and I'm going to take my knife and cut through this little bit of meat that's running right on top of the backbone. Then I'm going to take my knife and run right in front of the backbone, cutting through some little tender rib bones. So you're going to hear some clicking. Take the backbone, lay it back, separate the backbone from the breastbone. And now what we have is our skin-on, bone-in chicken breasts. Skin side down. I'm going to cut this in half using my boning knife again, right through the center. It's going to take a little bit more pressure on your knife. I'm going to make a slight cut like this. And a little bit of downward pressure onto the cutting board. Separate it, get another cut, maybe even lean down on the handle a little bit. Cut through the skin. And there we are. 2 skin-on, bone-in chicken breasts, 2 thighs, 2 drumsticks, and 2 wings. I have many more tips and videos on my website, culinaryclassroom.com.